In this video, I want to show you how you can adjust inventory for multiple items all at one time from the inventory count sheet. To do so, open up your report section and navigate to point of sale reports, and then select the inventory count sheet. Now notice that by default, the report will run as of today, but if you want to see inventory for a historic date, maybe the end of a fiscal year, you can click the blue link to set alternate date. Also note that the report will by default include all product counts, including inventory that has zero count or has sold into the negative. If you want to hide that product with zero count, then go ahead and click the link to set other options and check the box to hide inventory with a count of zero. I recommend that you do leave the negative count product in your inventory sheet, as any product with a negative count indicates that there was a mistake during production or ringing up and selling product or otherwise. So it's probably something you want to be aware of and try to correct. With those options set, we're now ready to run the report based on category, vendor, or other information. So anywhere here that you see Make Sheet is another way to run the report. So we have Make Sheet where you can run the report filtered by category. Below that, you can select individual products. And below the individual items, there's a Make Sheet button to run the report on just those selected items. You can also run the report by keyword, by supplier or vendor, and by source, such as purchased product only. Now, if you attempt to run this inventory report and it times out, that's probably because it's attempting to pull too many products, and you'll need to use a filter on the report where you can reduce the number of items that the report is filtering by. A good way to do that is to run the report on categories or even subcategories if needed. In this case, I'm going to run the report based on category, and I'll run it on appliances. When you select the Make Sheet button, once the report generates, it gives you a table with the item ThriftCart IDs, item names, category, and here is the system count. Now you can export this report to CSV file, enter inventory counts into the spreadsheet, and then come back to ThriftCart to make those adjustments. Or if you have this report pulled up on a laptop or tablet that you can take out to your sales floor, notice you can enter your inventory counts directly into the report in these manual count fields. For example, maybe this microwave here was damaged and thrown out. The report says there should be one on hand, but I'm going to put a manual count of 0 with the reason of damage. Maybe the stove is also missing, so we'll enter a manual count of 0 and a reason of other, so on and so forth. Now do keep in mind that ThriftCart times out after 15 minutes of no activity, and entering in manual counts does not refresh the screen, so does not reset that 15-minute timer. Therefore, in order to not lose your work, I recommend that about every 10 minutes or so, you scroll to the bottom of the report and click the gray button to process inventory adjustments. And then go back and rerun the report to continue entering your counts. Otherwise, if you cross that 15-minute timer and then attempt to save your entries, ThriftCart will log you out and you will probably have lost that work. So again, I recommend you process your adjustments about every 10 minutes. Now, if you have product here with a negative count, obviously that's not accurate, but I recommend that you don't correct this by entering an inventory adjustment. For example, putting a manual count of 0, as this does not allow you to put any cost basis for these products that you are adding back into the system. This is especially important if you have purchased product. For example, if this dryer here was purchased product and you need to add some inventory to bring it up to a count of 0 or maybe even a positive inventory count, make note of that ThriftCart item ID, navigate over to point of sale and inventory, click on Add Inventory Items, choose the option that this item has an existing ID, enter in that product ID, and following these prompts, you can go ahead and add inventory into the system and put in a cost basis for that inventory as well. If you have any questions, please let us know.